Hello YouTube fam. So today we have a total body stretch for you guys. This one's more for my workout people, my fitness people, people who have spent all day sitting down. We're going to work from the top of the head all the way down to the toes. It's perfect for those days where you've just finished a workout, or even on your rest days when you just need to feel like opening up the body. So that being said, please join me in your comfortable seat, on your knees, or in a cross-legged position. So first of all, we're going to start with that head and neck. So I want you to bring the hands behind you. Try and grab opposite elbows if you can, and as you do, just draw the shoulder blades down the back. Perfect. Now from here, slowly taking the left ear towards the left shoulder. You're going to feel that nice long length in towards that right hand side. Take a big breath in, and then as you breathe out, tuck the chin in towards the chest. We're going to make small semicircles, so rolling across the middle of the chest, taking that right ear towards the right shoulder, and finding length through that left hand side. Perfect. And then just keep moving from side to side, noticing if there's spots where you feel a little bit sticky, if there's spots where you can move a little bit more slowly. Take in just a few more rounds. Make sure you've done equal sides. Perfect. And then slowly bring it all the way up through center. The hands that are at the back, think of making an interlace with them with the palms. Push the fists down towards the ground. Just open the heart here and breathe into the upper chest if you can. So using the breath to maybe just magnify that stretch a little bit more. Taking a few more big breaths in, big breath out, and then slowly release. So bring the hands forward for me, coming into a tabletop position, knees underneath the shoulders. That doesn't work, does it? Knees underneath the hips, hands underneath the shoulders. A few rounds of cat-cow to get in towards the spine. So take an inhale, drop the belly, roll the shoulder blades back, lift the heart up, tailbone sticks out. And as you exhale, think of tucking the tailbone under first. Push the floor away, round through the spine, back of the heart towards the sky. A few more times, the breath in, dropping the belly, lifting out through the heart. And the breath out to push and round. Give me a few more. So every inhale, dropping down into the back, two in the booty out, finding space in the collarbones. And every exhale, that counteraction, the tucking of the tailbone under. Good, one more. Big breath in, drop the belly, lift the heart. And then as you breathe out, push and round. Perfect. Now as you inhale, drop that belly, lift the heart one more time. Keep the knees where they are and just begin to walk the hands forward for me. So as far as forward as comfortable. They're aiming to get the chest close towards the floor. So from here, the crown of the head comes down, the chin or the chest, it's completely up to you. And we're getting into the shoulders here. So we're going to move into them a little bit. So push through the palms as you breathe in, look into the knees, bring the forearms off the ground. And as you exhale, try and look forward as much as you can, sinking the chest towards the floor. I know it might be a lot. Two more times, big breath in, we roll it up. The breath out, bringing it down. Good. Last one, inhale, roll in, back the heart towards the sky. Exhale, sink the chest down low, again, crown of the head, chin or the chest towards the floor, and hold it there. So opening through the shoulder joints, just thinking of sending the chest in the direction of the ground. Good. Breathe for 3, for 2, and 1. Slowly come all the way up. Walk the hands back in towards your tabletop position. So neck, shoulders are all done. Got a little bit into the spine, so now we're going to come into the legs. So step the right foot forward in between the hands. Come high up on the fingertips and sink the hips down low in towards that thigh. Good. Option to stay, option to tuck the back toes and lift that back knee. And again, we're just breathing a little bit more length into our quad. Good, holding it here. Hips sinking towards the floor. So option to stay here, option to bring the hands on the knee. If the hands are on the knee, think of pushing through that right foot, lifting the chest. And if you still want a little bit more and you think you can go there, right elbow on that right knee, left hand back towards the left foot. Try not to let the hips come back, so keep the hips sinking low, pulling that left foot in towards the glutes and lifting through the chest. Good. Few big deep breaths. So finding that length in that left thigh. You can energetically pull that right hip back, left hip forward to create a little bit more stability. Taking one more big breath in, big breath out, and then slowly release the back foot. Hands come down towards the floor. We're going to straighten out that right leg, coming into a hamstring stretch, so hands can be elevated on blocks if you need to. You can soften in that right knee, especially if your hamstrings are pretty tight. I want you to focus on that spinal movement, so drawing the shoulder blades down. We've got a nice flat spine. Again, the hips are still in line with that left knee. The heart is leading towards the toes, and we're pulling back on that right hip. Now from here, just add in a soft little movement in towards the hamstrings. I want you to point the toes, bring the toes flat on the ground, and then flex the foot, pulling that right hip back with it. Good, few more times, bringing it all the way down, and then flexing, bringing it up. One more. Send the right foot down, flex the toes, pull it back, heart forward, and then slowly release. So bend back into that right foot, hands to the floor. Slowly take that right leg back, give it a little bit of a shake. And the beauty of this is we have two legs, so we have to go on the opposite side. So same again from that tabletop. Left foot comes forward, you can come high up on the fingertips, you can sink the hips down low. Just notice how that feels to keep the belly and the thigh connected at the front. Squeezing the glutes is going to push that hip flexor forward, so you're going to feel a little bit more sensation. Option again to tuck the back toes and lengthen the leg if you want a little bit more here. Good. Just taking our time just for that right leg to kind of respond and open up. If you want to stay here and it's enough, please do. If you want to lift up and bring the hands onto the knees, again, you can. Try not to sink too much. Keep that tailbone tucked a little so we have that nice active stretch. And again, option to stay or option left forearm on the thigh. Trying to keep everything square as you pull the right foot in towards your glutes. Remember, it's only an option, you don't have to do it. The closer the foot in towards the glutes, the more open those quads are going to be. Try not to round and sink into it, but instead stay active. Good. Breathe in. Hold in for 3. For 2. And 1, slowly release the back foot. Hands come down onto the ground, glide that left hip back, straighten through that left leg, come in, half split, chest forward. Again, you can soften the left knee, it doesn't have to be poker straight. I want you to focus on rather rounding the spine, think about lengthening forward, so leading with the heart towards the toes. Perfect. And then add in that little bit of movement, so pointing the toes towards the floor. And then as you exhale, flex the foot back. Good, few more times. So bringing it down, sending it back. Good. Give me one more, flexing through the foot. If you feel like you want to hold it and pause it for a little bit, please be my guest. Dragging that left heel back, right hip forward for 2. And 1, congratulations, slowly release. Bend through that left knee, step the right foot forward, and then come to lay down all the way onto your back. So we'll end with stretching out the glutes, and then a final twist for the spine. So from here, make sure the lower back's grounded on the floor. We're going to bring the left foot on top of that right knee. So flex the toes, push that left knee away from you, figure 4 shape, and then slowly pull that right knee in towards you. Hands can interlace behind the back of that right knee. Make sure the shoulders are not up. If you want a little bit of assistance, you can actually put that right foot on a wall or even a human if you have anyone willing. Good. A little bit of a shake from side to side can help. Just wherever you are, think of pushing that left knee away from you. Good. So again, the closer you can draw that right knee in, the more intensity you're going to feel on that glute. Good. Try and keep in the hips square. Notice if you've got any tension in the shoulders. Let all the tension relax and just breathe into that stretch of that left glute. Good. Taking one more breath. And then slowly release the hands. I want you to pull that left knee right on top of the right knee, so kind of like eagle legs or lady legs. Bring the hands out wide. And then we're slowly going to drop that left knee all the way over towards that right hand side, coming into a spinal twist. If it's too much with the knees like this, you can stack them on top of each other. Option to stay, option to bring that right hand on top of the left thigh and gaze towards the left. Left hand in line with the shoulder blades pulling down, opening through the chest and twisting through that spine. Taking one more breath. And then bring it all the way back up through center. Perfect. Release the legs. And we're going to take the left foot on the ground, doing all of that on the opposite side. So right foot on top of that left knee. Push that right knee away from you. Knees come in towards you. Hands can interlace behind that left leg. And again, just give it a little bit of a shake. Notice the difference between left and right. Notice if you're trying to twist the hips too much. So try and keep them square in this plane. Good. And then just breathe in here. Right knee's pushing away from you as the left knee's pulling in towards you. Shoulders relaxed, jaw relaxed. Breathe in nice and easy. One more big breath in. Big breath out. And then slowly, right knee comes on top of the left. So take the arms out wide, that knee drags on top of the left, and then slowly drop in all the way over towards the left-hand side. That final twist, right arm's pushing away from you, left hand can be on top of that right thigh. Gaze over towards the right, and breathe. Good. That final twist. For 2. And 1, slowly release, bring it back through center. Congratulations. If you want to stay on the ground and have a little snooze, why not? But my job here is done. Don't forget to subscribe for more, and I'll see you all soon.